Once upon a time there was a baby unicorn named Twinkle who lived in a magical forest with all the other unicorns. Twinkle loved frolicking in the meadows, splashing through the streams, and nuzzling the other baby unicorns. She especially loved when the older unicorns told stories about the ancient unicorn ancestors. The elders said that long ago, unicorns all had wings and could fly over the treetops. But over time, their wings had disappeared. Twinkle dreamed of soaring through the skies like those ancient unicorns. One sunny day, Twinkle was napping by her favorite stream, dreaming of flying high above the forest. Suddenly, she woke up with a start. She looked over her shoulder, and couldn't believe her eyes. There on her back were two shimmery, pearl-colored wings. She flapped them experimentally. They were real. The elders' stories were true, her wings had finally grown in. Twinkle jumped up and flapped harder. Before she knew it, her hooves lifted off the ground. She was flying. Twinkle soared over the trees, looping through the clouds. All the animals below gazed up in awe. The other unicorns stared open-mouthed, then cheered loudly for Twinkle. She swooped down to nuzzle the elders who smiled proudly, a twinkle in their ancient eyes. That night, Twinkle fell asleep exhausted but very happy. In her dreams, she flew even higher than before, soaring with a mighty herd of winged unicorns. The next morning, Twinkle arose and flapped her wings. Nothing happened. She flapped harder, but her hooves stayed on the ground. The wings that had magically appeared the day before were gone. Twinkle felt crushed. Had it all been just a dream? She moped around the meadow, barely noticing the other foals at play. When the elders came over to check on her, she cried, "My wings are gone. Yesterday I flew through the skies, but today the wings have disappeared. Did I just imagine it all?" The eldest unicorn, Starshine, smiled softly. "My dear, your wings were real. For some unicorns, when the time is right, their wings appear for a day. It's a sign you have ancient magic within you, just like our ancestors." Twinkle pleaded, "But why did my wings vanish?" Starshine replied, "One day of flying let you taste flight. But to earn your wings permanently, you must cultivate that magic through good deeds, courage, and compassion." Twinkle considered her words carefully. She felt her spirits lift. "I understand. I will spend my life doing good so my wings can return someday." Starshine nodded proudly. "We know you will, little one." From that day on, Twinkle lived her life in pursuit of kindness, bravery, and an inner strength. She saved fallen fledglings, brought food to hungry families during winter, and calmed her friends' fears during storms. Every night she gazed up at the starry skies and imagined herself back up there soaring among the heavens. Many years passed, and Twinkle grew into a strong and caring unicorn, beloved by all who knew her. She continued to dream of the day her wings would return. One night, an emergency called her away from her herd. A lost baby deer was trapped on a crumbling cliff ledge. Without a moment's hesitation, Twinkle raced up the mountain path. As she reached the trembling fawn, the ledge began to crack. Twinkle leapt, shielding the fawn safely beneath her. But now she found herself plunging through the inky night sky. Suddenly Twinkle felt the familiar tingling in her shoulder blades. She looked over her shoulder, and there were her glorious pearl wings glowing in the darkness. As she swooped up into the starry sky with the fawn cradled gently beneath her, Twinkle rejoiced. Through her good and just acts, at last she'd earned her wings permanently. Twinkle flew back home and was met with jubilant cheers from her herd. No one cheered louder than the elder Starshine. Twinkle had proven what Starshine told her so long ago. By cultivating her inner magic, she had fulfilled her destiny. With her noble heart and shining wings, she would lead her herd as the new elder. As Twinkle took her place proudly at the head of the herd, she gazed up at the moonlit sky she had soared through just hours before. She saw now that following her heart's longings had been the true path to unlocking her magic. And she knew in her heart that by staying true to who she was, someday all unicorns would reclaim their wings again. They would soar the skies together, just as their ancestors had done so long ago.